Hello and welcome to Pantheon of the Geeks. This is a quick review of Thanquol. Bear in mind there should be some spoilers in this, so if you don't want to know what happened, you want to read it for yourself, don't watch this video because I'm probably going to ruin it for you. There will be spoilers in here, definitely, without a doubt. Even if I didn't intend to do it, there's definitely going to be spoilers. So if you've seen the other End Times books, it's heavy, there we go. What you get is a slip case for the books, and then you get two books, one being background, one being rules. So we will we'll do the background book first, and then we'll get on to the rules second, because that is book one and that is book two, so that kind of makes sense. So if you've seen any of the videos or seen any of the End Times books so far, you can expect the same sort of thing from this. A lot of background. We're on volume 4 now. Little hints and prophecies to the End Times up here. Cool drawings, illustrations. Very cool one here of the Under Empire underneath the Empire City. That's a very cool drawing. Gives you an idea of how deep the Skaven do actually dig, and how you'd never know they were there if they didn't want you to. So this book, it does go into Skaven, obviously a lot. That goes without saying. But it also covers various other races as well. But first off, the Skaven. Here it gives you an overview. If you're not familiar with the Skaven, it gives you an idea of who the clans are, their clan relationships. That's quite good if you're not a Skaven player and have no background in Skaven and haven't been that interested in them. But you are interested in getting the End Times books. This will give you an overview of who Clan Skyr are, for instance, and the relationship with Clan Moulder, for instance. Just stabbing it out there you go. And who the Grey Seers are and what they do. Just before it all gets changed and everything gets blown out of the water. But this is, if you are a Skaven player, it's also nice to read through it as well. But this is the, shall we say, like in the third book, if you haven't read that already, it's going to be a spoiler now. Like Ulthuan sinks, for instance, the elves all join forces and band together in Athelloren. The leader is then the king. Which king? We're on the same sort of scale of disruption and decimation and characters dying. Even characters you don't think are going to die, then you think they're going to die, then you don't think they're going to die, and then just kill them right at the end of the book. Yeah.
Characters that are dead die again.
Yes. So another strong presence in this book is the Lizardmen, who we haven't heard from at all in any of the other books. Now we know why we haven't heard from them at all in any of the other books.
Been too busy.
They've been too busy. There's nice little drawings of the battles that it's describing as well. I find them quite useful for references. There's one later on, I'm going to get to it, of like a little dwarf hold, and it reminds me of like something from Dragon Age. Or like playing Dungeons and Dragons or something like that. I'll get to that later. But the Lizardmen themselves, yes, very interesting. It does detail the units that it used, so you can try and recreate the battles as well. You'll see some of your favourite heroes, Claire's favourite hero, should I say, in this.
Lord Croak.
Lord Croak is mentioned, yes.
Yay.
Spoiler though, might not make it. Doesn't make it.
He's already dead.
Well, he dies again. But he does so valiantly.
No, he doesn't die. He comes back.
He basically looks over the end of Empire. Oh, poor Croak. So you see the main protagonists that are attacking in big numbers, the Lizardmen, are the Skaven, in particular Clan Pestilence, in particular these guys. There they are. The Plague Lords have been set loose to destroy the Lizardmen, or specifically the Slan. They want to destroy the Slan and take the cities. It goes through each battle of the cities and how they're taken, the interventions by great heroes like, there he is.
Right, there he is.
There he is. The Prophet of Sotek. You'll know who he is if you're a Lizardman player. I don't need to say his name, if I could remember it.
I thought that was his name. There he is.
There he is. He is with T, I'm sure it is. If it was Teto Echo, I'd know him. He's cool.
He's cool.
I like Teto Echo.
Yeah, I like Teto Echo.
I like some of the Slan as well. Big frogs. I do like them. I always like the Lizardmen.
Master Monday.
But again, it gives you the background of the forces involved. There are a few Clan Skyr things going on here. This is the Battle in the Mist. This was quite good. to read through where they attacked the City of the Mists, and yeah, two Plague Lords tried to attack from either side. One of them just using Skaven slaves to try and find a way through the mists, and the other one using Clan Sky technology to find a way through the mists. I'll not do all the spoilers on this. I'll not tell you exactly what happens in that battle. It doesn't end well really for either side, though the Lizardmen do send a relief force. But I'm not really going to go into that one too much. That was a good one to read through. And again, we've got the cool pictures of the models here, if you want to refight the battles. And that's Lord Croak there.
Yay! Interesting little character, Lord Croak.
You like Lord Croak?
I just find him interesting.
Yeah.
I just find him really interesting character. The fact that he's dead and they still think he holds some sort of power, and obviously he does.
Well, obviously he does.
And they keep pulling him out, kind of thing. Big battles. Get Lord Croak out! Pull him out!
Well, he does hold a lot of power actually.
Yeah.
So, and he manages to save some of them by the looks of it.
Yeah. Good for him.
So we've got Queek, Head Taker. I actually quite like this guy. I like Queek, Head Taker. One of the Skaven that isn't actually afraid of stuff. I do like him. And it goes on about him, his main protagonist in this are the Dwarves. That's because the Dwarves are the other main race that's featured in this. We find out what really happens to the Dwarves and the Lizardmen in this book. Neither's very good, to be honest. The Forces of Good aren't really getting the best deal out of these books, I'm afraid.
No, I've noticed that. The main
they are getting
theme.
shafted royally. Yeah. But this is another cool drawing that's in this book as well of Karak, the Karak 8 Peaks. It's one of the 8 Peaks. This is the one where it's going on about Karak 8 Peaks. I think this is Karak 8 Peaks, yeah, isn't it? Yeah. But it shows you again the depth of the Dwarf Hold and then the Skaven underneath them, where the Goblins are also situated as well. Because this is kind of a three-way battle between the Goblins, the Skaven and Dwarves. Which, as no, it doesn't go well for the Dwarves really, because all throughout this book it's permeating how the Vermin Lords work, and the fact they've got their own council, and the fact that they're the ones who make the real decisions in the Skaven world, and the Council of 13 is just really a mockery of a shadow of what they want to do. They're just puppets of the Vermin Lords, the leader of which is the Vermin King. And then they report directly to the Horned Rat. Again, this is what I was on about before, this little drawing of like a dwarf hold. And it just reminds me of something in Dragon Age, like one of the levels where you had to walk through a dwarf hold and it was sealed off at both ends.
Oh, it was the under... What was it called? The Under Caverns or something.
Yeah, there's something very similar in this, where you walk between dwarf cities.
Orzammar.
Yeah, Orzammar in Dragon Age, yeah. It just reminds me of that. Well. Anyway, this is a big battle going on between the Skaven coming through these tunnels here and the Dwarfs defending this gate here, and how the piles of Skaven are coming through, and they get owned basically, the Skaven in this little thing. You think the Dwarfs stand a chance, but they don't. And it goes into why they don't stand a chance in the book. The fact that there's just too many Skaven. They can afford millions of casualties without blinking an eye. One of the Slayers discovers, spoiler, one of the Slayers discovers underneath in the deep caverns all these brood mothers. Not just 100 or so, which would be a lot, but thousands, caverns full of them. And then adjoining caverns full of thousands more. More than he could possibly kill, put it that way. That's how he pretty much describes it. So even the Slayer has to turn around and try and get reinforcements. Doesn't make it, unfortunately. No, bit of a spoiler there. That's why the Skaven can take horrendous casualties, because they can just replace them almost instantly. Again, we've got some ogres in this. There we go, some ogres. Not heavily featured in a lot of the books, but we've got some ogres. Another spoiler. They betray the dwarves and side with the goblins, who attack at the end of the battle. So even though this is a Skaven and dwarf battle, the goblins get involved at the end and change everything. It's Skarsnik as well, the Night Goblin, who's in charge of this lot. But the Vermin Lords broker a deal with the goblins. And the goblins leave, and leave the Skaven to fight the dwarves, who get worn down bit by bit. So yeah, more dwarf action coming in. So Queek is a heavily featuring character in this, and so is Ikit Claw. He's actually one of my favourite Skaven characters, Ikit Claw. Where is he? I thought he was around here somewhere. No, I haven't got him down here at the moment. But Ikit Claw, I have. I lied. There he is, unpainted. He's going to be part of my Skaven army that I'm making, because I'm going Clonskire. And he's just a cool model. This is actually a metal model as well. That's how long I've had it. When Games Workshop still made metal models. I remember the good old days before Finecast, before the Empire. So there's Skarsnik's Crooked Moon Vanguard, and a big red on cave squig. If you see that, I believe that is like the Forge World cave squig.
Which you have.
I do have one again, unpainted, just like most of my stuff. Although it is painted red, it's just not finished.
It's just not finished.
Yeah, I was going to enter that into a Golden Demon, but I never got a chance to. Because remember, I ordered it and it didn't come for months.
That's true. Yeah,
I didn't have time to paint it,
now.
which kind of annoyed me and put me off. But
and we didn't go to the last Warhammer Fest.
no, we didn't. That was a couple of years ago we got the cave squig.
It was.
Yeah. So I've got more vermin, we're digressing a bit, we've got more vermin lords. That's the one with the star that Claire's got.
Yay.
Lurkerlocks.
Lurkerlocks.
I just wanted to put an A in it, it sounded funny. Lurkerlocks. There he is. You can see him on the camera there. Lurkerlocks. So yeah, these books are amazing. I think the entire books are fantastic. I think it's breathed new life into Warhammer, which is also scary because of some of the things that are happening. This is the battle between Queek and the goblins before they make the alliance. And Queek basically kills that on his own. This is how tough Queek is. I like Queek, he's cool. He's for a Skaven warlord, he's not afraid of a challenge. Most Skaven warlords run away. But he's got this aggressive side to him. That he won't back down unless the odds are completely stacked against him. But in a single combat, he never backs down from single combat. It's weird. It's very cool. I like it. Then we have more dwarves. We've got Ungrim Ironfist. Yep, this is where him and his slayers come out to attack Ikit Claw. He's trying to destroy their hold. Ikit Claw's got his secret weapon of Clonskire Poison, which is a very, very strong batch that he's brewed, and he's hidden it inside some abominations, which attack the dwarf hold and destroy it completely just by poisoning everybody in it. And one of the abominations that's carrying it dies, but then regenerates, drags it down a few flights of steps, and keeps doing that until it kills all the dwarves, just by being near it. So, yeah, it's a bit of a disaster for the dwarves, that one. Some of the abominations, though. They are cool models, the abominations. They're horrible, but they're cool.
Yeah, they are. They're very ick.
Yeah. The Skaven are some of the best thought out models, I think, from just like an icky, creepy, skittery, ratty.
Not meant to be kind of thing.
They just fulfil the purpose, the models, that you just look at them and go, this is wrong.
Yeah. It's grotesque.
Even some of the demons don't come close to some of the rat vermin stuff. I don't know what it is about it, in my opinion anyway. Maybe some people think the demons are worse, but I just think, oh, I'm going to look at the Skaven, which is why I bought an army of them. But yeah, it's not just the dwarves and the lizardmen are getting picked on. Thanquol himself is picking on Nuln. There we go, the Empire gets it. They are specifically after the black powder in Nuln and the steam tanks. Nothing else, not bothered. But the result is they destroy the entire city by undermining all the industrial sector and dropping it down about 100 feet or something like that into the gloom. So they can just raid it at their will, and then they attack the city and pretty much just destroy it all with a Skaven screaming bell. And all is gone, people. It's just dead. So there goes the Empire's supply of weapons, basically.
And
I mean, all cities build the weapons, but Nome was the main supply of weapons.
And there goes non-oil ink as well.
Yeah, that's it. So if you've got non-oil ink, you're going to have to hand it back into Games Workshop and ask for the next version. There's the defenders of Nuln. I think I'm saying it's a nun then.
That's what I call it.
Non-oil.
Non-oil.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Yeah.
Nuln. Nuln. There's an L there. Nuln. And we've got Bernard Aberwald, who I believe appeared in the White Dwarf. Tell me if I'm wrong. Death from Beneath. And this is all just about the Skaven taking Nuln out. It's actually a very short part of the book, but very final for the city. And Thanquol gets what he was after, so good for Thanquol. And if anyone's interested, Thanquol and the Vermin King are actually working together. The Vermin King, I think, considers Thanquol his little pet. And I think Thanquol realises this. He's under no delusions that he is benefiting greatly from the relationship. As are all Skaven lords. All of them seem to be under the power of Vermin lords. Pulling the strings rather directly now that the winds of magic are flowing freer in the world. But the main thing Skaven are doing during this is actually building a massive cannon and shooting the moon down.
Oh dear.
Which is only the kind of thing the Skaven would think of, really. Let's shoot the moon down.
Yeah.
Particularly Morsleb, the Chaos Moon. And they manage it. Yeah. There's never any point that any of the good forces look like they're going to stop them from doing it through the whole book. Once they've taken Nuln, they've got what they needed to build the final parts of the cannon, and they just shoot the moon down. Which, yeah, causes some problems. Previously, the Grey Seers tried to drag the moon towards the Warhammer world using their magic power, and it was working until the Slann intervened themselves and stopped it using magic, which is why the Grey Seers were drummed out of the council, and Clan Skye became the dominant clan and decided it was going to blow the moon up. And it does. So, huge chunks of moon come raining down, specifically on Lustria. And even though the valiant defences that the Lizardmen put up, the sad truth is Lustria gets absolutely bombed by massive chunks of warp stone falling from space, making huge craters everywhere and burning everyone in fire, warp fire and whatever else. So, as I said before, Lord Croak, he does manage to actually save some of them in little bubbles. And it turns out all along, if you're a follower of the Ancient Aliens series on TV, you'll be well chuffed at this because all the temples of the Lizardmen are actually massive spaceships. Yay!
I'd say yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, Giorgio.
Yes, Giorgio. He was right.
Yeah.
The temples are massive spaceships, and the Lizardmen, Lord Mozamundi to be precise, enables the Exodus protocol, whatever it is, and they all go flying off into space with a whole bunch of Lizardmen on board. Some of them stay behind to finish off or try and hold back the Skaven that are attacking. But all of Lustria that remains, unfortunately, along with Lord Croak and Lord Mozamundi, gets nuked, along with most of the Clan Pestilence as well. So their clan's utterly devastated.
Didn't you say in one chapter that the Skaven find one of these temples and start pushing buttons because they don't know what's going on?
Yeah, in the City of the Mist, they find this, well, the only thing I can describe it as is a massive communications device. And they communicate with somebody across the stars, but they don't understand what they're saying. They sound like elves. Which could be the Eldar, I suppose.
Yeah, which is what we both said when you told me. I said,
but then again,
Eldar?
if the elves learnt their language from the old ones, it could also be in the old ones.
It could have been.
But they didn't understand what they were saying, so they shot it with warp guns. And then stomped on it, because they didn't like it. That's a Skaven for you. So yeah, I've skipped over a little bit here, but basically, yeah, the battle for Middenheim. So even though we've got all this chaosy stuff and Ratman stuff going on, Ratman stuff and Dwarf stuff, and I just spoiled what I was going to say, and Lizardmen, chaos come into this, yay. Archaon begins his attack on the Empire, starting with Middenheim. So big spoilers. Archaon invades Volton, and the Grand Patriarch of the Colleges of Magic end up going north after abandoning Altdorf, even after it survived the Glotkin book. Altdorf's destroyed by the Skaven. So the Emperor runs away to the south, and Volton takes an army to distract them to the north, but he can't get back in time to rejoin with the Emperor, so he ends up going to Middenheim. So the battle for Middenheim takes place. It's surrounded by Skaven at the time, he breaches through, but then the Skaven run off, and Archaon turns up. The Skaven come back and make an alliance with him.
Archean.
Yeah.
Hey.
So Archean and the Skaven helping each other attack Middenheim. Skaven undermined the defences, basically taking the gates, opening them up for the Chaos Hordes to come through. Tell you who also makes an appearance, which is very on this page, and this is the whole page of it really. A thief, Teclis, goes into the Shrine of Ulrich and steals the Flame of Ulrich. Taking the power of a god and adding it into his staff, which already contains the College, well, I say College of Light Magic, but Light Magic itself into his staff. Which kind of screws the defenders over because that was their last hope, because as long as the flames burnt, they would fight. As soon as that went out, they all turned into cowards. Short story. So Volton is forced into this defence of Middenheim. Boris Todbringer's run off, no, not cowardly, but run off to fight his great nemesis, the Beastman. I'll not tell you how that one ends, but I'll let you read that one. The Amber Wizard there, College of Magic, hero, leader, there you go, fighting away. Gregor Martak, there he is, I can't remember his name there, Gregor Martak and Volton fighting against Archean and his invading hordes with no walls to protect them. It's a very one-sided battle, at no point do the defenders look like they're going to win. Comes to a standoff and a duel between Archean and Volton. Yep. And it doesn't end well for Volton, put it that way. He hits Archean a couple of times. I mean, that's a very dramatic picture there, but that never actually happens in the story. Oh. This will be from the original. This is an old picture. This,
yeah,
it'll be from the original, sort of like Storm of Chaos kind of era. But what actually happens is Bolton hits his shield and dents it and hits the horse and hurts him a bit. But then Archean's horse rips out Bolton's horse's throat, and then Bolton's forced to fight him on foot while Archean's fighting on the horse. Keeps driving him back and driving him back. You think Bolton's going to come back at one moment, never does. And then, just as Archean's about to have him, Skaven appears behind, Vermin Lord behind Bolton, and rips his head off with the huge star thing that he's got, and vanishes back into the shadow. Archean's not very happy about that.
No, I don't think he would be.
Yeah. Anyway, Archean then sets about killing the, what's his name? The wizard guy. And the defenders are utterly destroyed. And Archean wins his first great battle in the Empire.
Mm.
With no problem whatsoever.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, the last chapter of this book is about the Karakaraz. And a little bit about the Dwarf Slayer. That's when he goes back to Hungry Iron Fist. That's when he goes back to the hold after the poison's been in there, and he becomes the Avatar of Incarnate Fire or something he's called. It'll be in the second book, I'll show you that. But he basically, this picture here of his head on fire, it's not because his head's on fire, it's because his hair's actually turned to flame itself. He's that angry because he's lost his entire hold. All he has left is a handful of Slayers. And any of the dwarves that are with him who weren't Slayers take off the clothes and paint the hair orange and become Slayers because of their failure to defend the hold. And then they run off to help the King Thorgrim. So this is Thorgrim's battle against Queek. And yeah, there's a lot of to and fro going on. It had me on the edge of my seat actually, this bit. But again, big spoiler, turn off if you don't want to hear this. Queek attacks Thorgrim. Yeah, Queek. And these Redguard, they attack Thorgrim because Thorgrim marches out and decides to attack the Skaven head on rather than waiting in his hold to be destroyed bit by bit. He runs out, which surprises Queek a little bit. And then Bugman and Iron Fist turn up to support the dwarf forces. Queek can see it's going south, so he attacks the Dwarf King directly, and Thorgrim stomps on his head, killing Queek, Headtaker. Yeah, there's no coming back from it. He crushes his windpipe and then stomps on his head until he's dead. He makes sure of it. So he makes sure it's a fine pace. Yeah, basically. At which point the entire Skaven army breaks. Ikit gets wounded, but he survives, if anyone's interested. But yeah, Thorgrim wins that battle, and Karaz still stands. So I was quite chuffed for the dwarves. I was thinking, oh, that's a ray of hope, that. And then an assassin tries to kill Thorgrim here. He kills the assassin, chops him in two. Yay. So great. The dwarves did manage to hold the last city. So there's some more pictures of the battle. And it shows Joseph Bugman there and Ungrim Iron Fist and Thorgrim Grudgebearer. Versus Ikit Claw. Yeah. Queep would be in there as well. So that's the battle for Karaz Karak even. But then the book ends on a final note with Thorgrim going into his secret place, walking up some steps, big spoiler again, and Deathmaster Skritch, what's his name, kills him. Basically, Thorgrim walks out into the open air to look at the stars and stuff from his secret secluded place where the kings go to look over their kingdom, and hurtling from above him, leaping off the mountain itself with 3 daggers, 2 in his hands and 1 in his tail, is the Deathmaster, leaps on him, stabs him in the chest 3 times in one go and kills him outright. He then contacts that vermin lord we talked about before. What was his name? Lurklox? Lurklox. Who then summons a portal which summons Eshin Night Runners into the dwarf hold itself, who open the gates and like the rest of the waiting army outside in to destroy the dwarves completely. So any ray of hope you could be taken from the dwarves surviving is gone. Any ray of hope you could have taken from the lizardmen surviving is gone, because the survivors have all buggered off to the stars. The last dwarves alive, as far as I can tell, the ones that are, is Ungrim Iron Fist, who's gone actually to help the Empire. So the Emperor will be getting some reinforcements of dwarf kind. But I'm not sure what's left of the dwarf army, to be honest. Because we've not heard from most of the dwarf holds. They've all been attacked by Skaven, all of them. And most of them have lost contact. So if there's any survivors, they'll just be refugees. So that, in brief, is the story. In brief, I've done quite a bit there actually.
You have? Oh, Thanquol.
A lot of spoilers. Thanquol. Yep. So Thanquol himself, at the end, the Vermin King shows him what's going on and says the head of the Dwarf King will come to him so that he can give it to the Seer Council, well, not the Seer Council, the Council of 13, who will give him the missing space on the Council of 13 since they got rid of the Grey Seers, thus putting the Grey Seers back into favour. And Thanquol actually on the Council.
Clever.
To which Thanquol's quite happy.
Yeah.
And the reason Bone Ripper's so huge is because the Vermin King again gives him this present of the new Bone Ripper. Because once the Grey Seers fall to out of grace, Clan Sky takes Bone Ripper off them, so they're going to do some amendments to him, some little adjustments, make him a bit more powerful, but he never sees him again. So they're taking like his bodyguard off him. And then when he contacts the Vermin King, he gives him this as a bodyguard. So the second book is the rules. And it's really the narrative battles, as it says there, for all the things I've just discussed. So we have Lizardmen and rules for fighting Lizardmen realms, which is quite a good little addition to Warhammer. And campaigns, there's some rules for using the campaign in there. I've only briefly looked over the rules. They do look very cool. And we do have quite a lot of Lizardmen. You've got a lot.
I've got a lot of
Skaven. So could we possibly rewrite this one actually?
Probably, yeah.
So I might have another look at this a bit later on and see if we can do a campaign or something, which would be quite cool.
I need to get them painted because
Yeah.
Mine are all unpainted.
Yeah. But it tells you how to follow the way the campaign goes through into the different battles and what benefits you get, strategic rewards you get from winning a battle, which I quite like the idea of that. And here's the new armies and units. We've got Thanquol and Bone Ripper, who's been in White Dwarf, and the rules for him, 650 points. We've got Lord Screech Vermin King, who again been in White Dwarf. The rules for him, 650 points. Then we've got the other Vermin Lords, Sievers, Corruptors, Warbringers, Warpseers, and then the Storm Friends. Storm Friends!
Fiends.
Oh, Fiends. Storm Fiends. Fair enough. I want to call them Storm Friends.
Well, if you want to call them Storm Friends, that's
Paint
fine.
them pink with Hello Kitty symbols on them. Storm Friends, go! I'll paint them like Power Rangers. Go, Storm Friends! No? Okay. So if you've seen my other video, you'll have seen how I've put them together, but I'll not go into that. There they are, 85 points a piece, regardless of what you give them. Which I think is pretty cool. There's no wrong... I don't think there's a wrong option with these guys, honestly. As long as you use them how they're intended, so if you build them all with rattling cannons, you use them for shooty. Or you build a tunneler and put some close combat stuff in there, or a tunnel and some shooty stuff. You can outflank people and shoot them from the sides, or attack them from the sides. It's how you want to use them. As long as you use them how you've built them, I don't think there's a wrong answer to that, to be honest. And then we've got Ungrim, Incarnate of Fire. There he is, burning away. With a cool picture of him there. Literally on fire. The model isn't, unfortunately, it's the old model. I'd like to see a new model of him, but I doubt we're going to see one now. Although he should be in the next book if he's helping the Emperor defend the Empire.
Might make one for the end times.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I'd buy that. I like dwarves.
You did like dwarves.
I still do. There's still some survivors. Sort of. Thanquol's Uprising. Squats. Space squats. Yay. We'll just give dwarves rocket packs and laser guns and we're done with squats. Yeah. So it tells you what forces to use and gives them some different rules, a bit like we've got in 40k with formations, which I think is a very cool thing. I think we might see a lot of 40k stuff dripping into the new Warhammer, like Unbound Armies I'm hoping for, and formations. I think that would be very good for Warhammer.
Very
because I've always ended up with a rare section of my army and not able to use it. Yeah. Having to choose between them. I don't like choosing. I want 10 Doom wheels. So we've got the Red Host again with the formation rules for how to use them. Defenders of Biddenheim. Again, how to use these formations. It tells you what's in their vaults in Battle Wizard, Grandmaster, Knight of the Orders, Unit of Halberders, Crossbowmen, Militia, Swordmen. And then we get the narrative scenarios. Which are the scenarios for the... That's the mists of... Go on. You say it.
No, you say it.
I've avoided saying it the whole time.
Exlan Huapek.
Excellent. It's better than I'd have guessed. I'll do. That's the one where the mists are, and you have to try and get through the mists, and then they attack the city. It's very cool. I like that bit. And the Breaking of the Mountains. Dwarves versus Queek. I just bought that guy. I've not even painted him. He's dead. Unbelievable. Used to get close to alive. I'd be annoyed if he wasn't. Death from Beneath. There we go. So all the narrative scenarios from what I've just described, basically. Ambush on the Trail of Bones. Some interesting looking ones, like the way the battlefield's set up there. That'd be a good one to play. The Jungle Trail. And then the battle for Karaz Akarak. Yeah, and during, just go back a bit, during the book, the throne's got the Rune of Eternity in it, and something happens to the throne where it makes it really powerful when Thorgrim's fighting. And he doesn't know what it is, and no one can tell him what it is, but after the battle, where he defeats Queek, the throne, he finds a crack down in the middle of the rune, as though the runes have been destroyed. And the prophecy is as long as that rune exists in the Throne of Power, Karaz will exist and the Dwarf Empire will exist. That's how the legend goes. But the rune's technically destroyed during the battle. But they never know how it's actually destroyed. Where it just uses up its final power to keep him alive to kill Queek. But it's all for naught in the end, really. But it does mean Thanquol's the one that rises to power and not Wicked Claw or Queek.
But if Wicked Claw's still alive, he could turn on Thanqol anyhow.
Well, the first thing Rod Icky did was kill all of his own warlocks. Because he was annoyed at them. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed that quick review, slow review, medium length review of Thanqol. I've enjoyed reading it. if I was going to rate it, I don't know. I think it's one of the best books of the series, even on Nagash. I say Nagash is my favourite, followed by this. Glotkin's alright, and Curse of Cain's probably better than Glotkin. Glotkin's probably my least favourite, actually. But they're all good. I'm just trying to put them in order now. I haven't even thought about this, but this is probably my second favourite after Nagash. Very close second.
It'd be interesting to see what the fifth one is, because there's rumours it's going to be Archeon and
Yes,
Chaos.
Archeon's
possibly
next.
the last one, maybe.
Well, this one kind of ends with Archeon's invasion beginning, so it would tell me the next one is Archeon, Lord of the End Times. Plus, there's actually only one race that really hasn't played their hand yet, and that's the Orcs. The Ogres haven't been in it much. I thought they had a bigger impact since they all migrated. But yeah, it's. I think we're going to see some orcs in the next book because we haven't seen them.
No.
We've had hints at goblins here and there, and Wurzbag trying to find the great orc leader, but nothing yet. So I think we might see orcs in the next one, and obviously Archeon. So probably a showdown between orcs and Archeon. But that's never happened before. Okay. We won't go into that strange piece of history where he got headbutted. I'm not going to mention that again. Right, so thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. And if you haven't subscribed already, please like and subscribe. It helps us out loads if you do. And obviously you can see when we do our next videos. And that's about it, really.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you very much.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.